Part 1. Introduction to Social Media Security. Why social media is a hacker's goldmine. Social media platforms are a treasure trove of personal data. From birthdays to email addresses and relationship details, hackers see this as an open catalog. Once they gain access to your profile, they can impersonate you, scam your friends, or even use your data to commit financial fraud. The psychology of digital trust. We often trust digital interfaces blindly, clicking accept, logging in via Facebook, or sharing data on Instagram without reading the fine print. This digital trust is what hackers exploit, creating fake login pages or social engineering traps to trick users into giving up access. What happens when your account is compromised? When an account is compromised, the attacker gains control and can lock you out, spread malware, or solicit money from your contacts. The emotional and reputational damage can be devastating, especially for influencers or businesses. Part 2. Understanding threats. How hackers target. Social Engineering explained, social engineering is the art of manipulating people into giving up confidential information. This can range from phishing emails to messages that create a false sense of urgency. Hackers exploit human psychology more than technical weaknesses. Understanding threats. How hackers target you. Phishing on Facebook, WhatsApp, and Instagram. Imagine getting a message from your best friend on Facebook. It says, "Hey, is this you in the video?" and includes a link. You click out of curiosity, but behind that innocent-looking link is a trap set by cybercriminals. Welcome to the world of phishing on social media, one of the most common and dangerous cyber threats today. What is phishing? Phishing is a cyber attack where attackers trick you into giving up personal information, like passwords, login credentials, or financial details, by pretending to be someone or something you trust. On social media, phishing has evolved beyond emails. Today, it's lurking in your DMs, story mentions, friend requests, and even comment sections. Phishing on Facebook. On Facebook, attackers often hijack a real account or create a fake one that looks like someone you know. Then they message you with bait, "Click here to win an iPhone." Urgent, your account will be disabled. Watch this private video. These messages often contain a link to a fake Facebook login page. The page looks identical to the real thing, but once you enter your login info, it's sent straight to the hacker. They'll use your account to send the same phishing message to your friends, rapidly expanding their reach. And because it came from you, people trust it. Phishing on WhatsApp. WhatsApp phishing is growing rapidly. One common scam is receiving a message with a verification code, followed by another message saying, "Hi, I sent my code to your number by mistake. Can you send it back?" If you send the code, you've just handed over access to your WhatsApp account. Other tactics include malicious links that claim to offer free Netflix subscriptions, COVID-19 aid, or discounted shopping vouchers. When you click, malware is installed or login info is harvested. Phishing on Instagram. Instagram phishing often happens through DMs or fake verification pages. You might get a message like, "Your account has been reported. Click here to appeal. You're eligible for verification. Complete this form." The link takes you to a fake Instagram page that collects your username and password. Some scams even use Instagram's story tagging feature to spam multiple users with malicious links hidden behind swipe up or fake influencer promos. How to identify a phishing attempt. Check the URL. Always verify web links before clicking. A legitimate Facebook link starts with https://www.facebook.com, not faceb00k-login.biz. Look for urgency or emotional manipulation. If it says urgent, limited time offer, or your account will be closed, pause and verify. Poor grammar or unusual phrasing is often a red flag. Always double-check the sender's handle and profile, especially if they're asking for sensitive data or verification codes. How to stay safe. Enable two-factor authentication, 2FA, on all platforms. Even if your password is stolen, two-factor authentication can block unauthorized logins. Don't click on suspicious links, even if sent by a friend. Confirm with them first. Educate family members, especially teens and elders, who are common phishing targets. Report phishing messages directly to the platform to help shut them down. Phishing is psychological warfare online. It's not about breaking your system, it's about breaking your trust. But once you know how these scams work, you're no longer an easy target. Coming up next, we'll dive into SIM swap attacks, another stealthy way hackers steal your social media accounts. Here's a complete narration-ready script for your 200-minute YouTube video section on understanding threats, how hackers target you. Imagine waking up to find your phone has no signal, no calls, no texts, not even mobile data. You try restarting, but nothing works. A few minutes later, you get an email saying your social media passwords have been changed. This is not a glitch. This is a SIM swap attack. And it's one of the most dangerous, fastest-growing cyber crimes targeting everyday people, especially those with active social media, banking, or cryptocurrency accounts. What is a SIM swap attack? SIM swapping, also known as SIM hijacking or SIM splitting, is when a hacker tricks your mobile carrier into transferring your phone number to a SIM card they control. Once that happens, your texts and calls go to them, not you. And since most apps use phone numbers to reset passwords, it becomes a gateway to total account takeover. How the attack happens. Step-by-step reconnaissance phase. The attacker gathers your personal data, full name, phone number, email, sometimes your birthday, or last 4 digits of your ID. They get this info through phishing, data breaches, or public social media posts. Contacting the mobile carrier. The hacker contacts your carrier, pretending to be you. They may say, "I lost my phone," or "I got a new SIM card," and request your number to be activated on a new SIM. Bypassing identity checks. With enough personal info or through social engineering, they may bypass security questions. In some cases, they bribe or manipulate telecom employees. Taking over your phone number. Once the swap is successful, your phone loses signal, and they receive all your text messages and calls. Hijacking your accounts. Now they can trigger password resets on your Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, or worse, your email and bank accounts using SMS verification. Real-world example. A tech entrepreneur lost access to his crypto wallet worth $8 million after a SIM swap. The attacker used his phone number to reset his email password, then his Coinbase account, and transferred funds in minutes. These attacks aren't science fiction. They happen daily. How to know you've been SIM swapped. Suddenly losing cell service, especially if others on the same carrier aren't affected. Receiving notifications of account changes you didn't make. Being locked out of email, WhatsApp, Instagram, etc. SMS 2-factor authentication codes arriving late, or not at all. How to protect yourself. Call your carrier and add a port freeze or PIN lock. Most major carriers like T-Mobile, AT&T, and Verizon let you set a customer service PIN. Without this, no changes can be made to your SIM. Use authenticator apps instead of SMS 2FA apps like Google Authenticator, Microsoft Authenticator, or Authy generate codes on your phone, not via SMS. Even if someone hijacks your SIM, they can't get these codes. Keep personal info private. Don't post your birthday, phone number, or other identifying info publicly. Hackers use this to pass security checks. Monitor your email closely. Email is the central point of control. If a hacker gets your phone and your email, they own your online life. Use a separate number for 2FA. If possible, use a VoIP number or an alternate number not publicly associated with your name for account recovery in 2FA. Quick recap. SIM swap attacks bypass passwords, biometrics, and even firewalls. Because the hacker isn't breaking into your account. They're becoming you. But you can block this attack vector by switching from SMS-based security to authenticator apps, and by locking your SIM with your carrier. In our next section, we'll move from threats to protection, starting with how to fully secure your WhatsApp from unauthorized access, spying, and fake clones. Understanding threats. How hackers target you fake login pages and OAuth abuse narration script. Have you ever clicked a link that asked you to log in with Facebook or authorize with Google, or maybe you were redirected to what looked like Instagram's login page, prompting you to re-enter your password. These moments, these simple login actions, are exactly where some of the most dangerous hacks begin. Today, we're exposing how hackers exploit fake login pages and OAuth abuse to silently take over your accounts. What are fake login pages? Fake login pages, also known as phishing login portals, are counterfeit copies of popular login screens. These pages are often identical to real ones, using the same logos, colors, and layout. But behind the scenes, every keystroke you enter, your email, your password, is sent directly to a hacker. This technique is called credential harvesting, and it works frighteningly well because it plays on trust and familiarity. Real-world scenario. You receive a DM on Instagram saying, "Your account is in violation of our terms. Log in here to appeal." You tap the link, it opens what looks like the Instagram login page. You enter your username and password. The moment you hit login, your credentials are stolen. What happens next? They log into your account, lock you out, change your email and phone number, and possibly begin messaging your followers, impersonating you. What is OAuth? Now let's talk about OAuth, a term you may not recognize, but you've definitely used. OAuth is the protocol that allows you to log into third-party apps using your existing accounts. For example, log in with Google, continue with Facebook, sign in with Apple. It's convenient, but it can also be dangerous if misused or abused. OAuth abuse explained. Hackers create malicious apps or clone legitimate-looking apps. Then they ask for OAuth permissions, not just your name and email, but access to your contacts, inbox, or even full read-write access to your social media profiles. Once granted, they don't need your password. They don't even need to hack you. You've willingly handed them a digital key. Even worse, these authorizations often remain active unless you manually revoke them in your account settings. Signs you've been tricked by a fake login or OAuth scam. You logged in, but the page immediately refreshed or did nothing. You started receiving password reset emails you didn't request. You're logged out of your account and can't get back in. Your account starts behaving strangely. New posts, DMs, app connections. You notice suspicious apps in your Facebook or Google security settings. How to protect yourself. Always check the URL in your browser. For example, the real Facebook login starts with https://www.facebook.com. Fake sites often have similar looking addresses like faceb00k-login.net or fb-secure.help. Use bookmarks or direct app access instead of clicking login links. Type the site address manually or use official apps. Limit OAuth permissions. Only allow trusted apps to access your Facebook or Google account. Deny permissions that aren't necessary. Regularly audit connected apps. Go to your Facebook settings, security apps and websites, or for Google, myaccount.google.com/security. Third-party apps with account access. Revoke access to anything suspicious or unused. Enable two-factor authentication. Even if credentials are stolen, two-factor authentication adds an extra layer of protection. Final thoughts. Fake login pages and OAuth abuse are silent assassins. They don't need to break your password. They wait for you to give it up voluntarily. The best defense is awareness. Double-check URLs, audit your app permissions, and never rush through login prompts, especially those sent via DMS or shady websites.